British Columbia's forest industry produces over 145,000 local jobs, tying 1 in 16 jobs to a healthy forest industry. BC's forest industry contributes $12 billion annually to the provincial GDP and produces 52% of Canada's softwood lumber. Each year, an average of about 193,000 hectares of BC's forests are logged, amounting to roughly 75 million cubic meters of timber. About 70% of the harvest comes from BC's interior and the remaining from coastal areas, but in total, less than 1/3 of 1% of public forests are logged. But at what cost? To provide for our economy, we threaten a complex web of ecosystems. 95% of the world's 2,500 mountain caribou live in British Columbia. Mountain caribou depend on large tracts of old-growth forest in the interior wet belt. Woodland and mountain caribou are just one strand in an ecosystem's complex fabric of relationships. If this strand disappears, how many will follow? Woodland caribou are symbols of the need for balance in a country defined by both its untouched wilderness and its natural resource extraction. The division created by clear-cut logging destroys the continuous old-growth forests that mountain caribou depend on. The current rate of BC's forest industry threatens the population of mountain caribou. BC should not be fooled into thinking that killing wolves will recover endangered caribou herds, as the BC government claims. The caribou are threatened because of decades of government inaction and refusal to protect adequate levels of habitat. But not all hope is lost for BC. Thanks to an investment in innovative environmental technologies, Canada stands as a global leader in sustainable forest management. 95% of BC's land is publicly owned and subject to strict forest management laws. British Columbia's Forest and Range Practices Act maintains a province's high level of environmental protection and applies to any forest on public land. In addition, British Columbia's laws and conservation strategies are geared to protecting the habitat of vulnerable species such as spotted owls and mountain caribou. The Practices Act specifies requirements to conserve soil, reforest logged areas, and protect fish and fish habitats, as well as watersheds, biodiversity, and wildlife. It also specifies requirements for the construction, maintenance, and deactivation of forest roads. To do so, approximately 200 million seedlings are planted every year in the province. But to continue protecting BC's forests, these regulations must be followed. As Aldo Leopold once said, conservation is getting nowhere because it is incompatible with our current concept of land. We abuse land because we regard it as a commodity belonging to us. When we see land as a community in which we belong, we may begin to use it with love and respect.